Welcome back to another magical moment. A magical moment that we are sharing together as we glide and look over the subject of the video of today, which is the beautiful Japanese pagoda. Today we're going to be going over the building process that I used to make this bad boy, going over some time-lapse footage of it becoming a beautiful tower in the horizons of Heim. And yeah, this was my most complex, intricate build that I've done yet, and it used thousands, if not tens of thousands of trees. So deforestation, shout out to that. Thank you for sponsoring this video. And yeah, the pagoda, it honestly looks so good. And I'm gonna tie this into the build really well. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video and for clicking on this Heim video. And shout out to Sheep GG for the pagoda build inspiration. I just changed up the colors and did a few things differently. Gonna do my own interior and stuff like that. And yeah, thank you guys for staying tuned, and let's see the beautiful building process here for the pagoda as we fly around the starter Heim. Man, it's awesome to whip it through Hudson's build there. And now let's kick it back on over to Japanese Heim. Man, I like that coil on top. This is definitely feeling like a whole fortress now. Gotta keep on adding a few more structures, clean up the area a little more, but man, this pagoda is bringing it to life. The anti-poverty room. Yup. Let's go. Of course, I have to have an anti-poverty room, right, guys? My massive tower. First things first, we've got to lay out the foundations for what is going to be the beautiful pagoda. As the wise man Joe Rogan loves to say, people forget, man. Fail to prepare, prepare to fail. So that is what we are doing here today. We're going to be just making a massive square cube that our tower is going to sit on. Isn't this incredible, guys? A 35 by 35 square cube. We're going to line it off with some dark oak planks, and then I started filling it up with some tuff. But this is going to connect to the walkway that connects with all of our other towers so far of our fortress. It's going to be bringing up the elevation of the tower too, so it'll help me in the tallest build in Heim competition. And then it also is going to extend all the way down to the riverbank. So yeah, this is going to be a pretty tall build. It's going to be hard for anyone to take the cake from me now. I used to have it with the lighthouse, but slowly but surely people started surpassing me. I even surpassed myself with the nether castle, but we will do it yet again here with the pagoda. I think Caden and Hudson's build is taller, but not than the pagoda. The pagoda is now the tallest tower of Heim. But actually, with this tough perimeter, I'm going to create kind of a brick style floor to it, because it's gives a better walkway feel and more variation between the tuff. So gonna keep on filling it on. Look at that massive empire of zombies. Oh my goodness. That was quite interesting. It seriously spawned like 10 zombies all in one spot. But yeah, if you guys are wondering what I'm gonna do with this cube, I'm gonna do a chest room. And it's gonna be quite beautiful, and it also extends all the way down into a lush cave, so we're gonna have to make a beautiful elevator that'll go through the pagoda down to the cave and the chest room. Yeah, I just need a huge central storage area because that'll really help me with my projects. But yeah, we're gonna keep on working on making the base of our pagoda in the perimeter. We made 6 by 6 squares with the dark oak logs there at the corners, and then we centered off the entryways, like a 5-block centered entryway for where the pagoda entrances are going to be on each side. So yeah, we've got a pretty good foundation. I'm gonna kind of cut the corners off and decorate them with some cherry blossom gazebo kind of feel, because I like the particle effects a lot. I like the particle effects from the beacons, the cherry blossom trees, fireflies. I like seeing random cool stuff on my screen, so some cherry blossom petals falling here and there is not anything I will complain about. So we're gonna place a gazebo at each of our 6x6 corners. May add a koi pond with salmon on the backside of this at some point, but I don't know, we'll see, like a little pond or a pool. But yeah, just get all of our gazebos in place, and then we can start making the porch walkway to our beautiful pagoda. We're gonna frame off our entrances here with some steps now, light it up with some lamps so we can stop the zombie horde from spawning. And now we're gonna line the perimeter with some fences, but I'm actually gonna switch those fences out with some brick fences, and then we're gonna do some blue netherwood fences and create kind of a terraced pattern, because the brick will make the level change between the gates. Yep, there we go. We got the level change going, and we're gonna just perimeter the whole entire square of what is gonna be the porch of our pagoda. So it's looking pretty nice so far, and we're going to be using the grays and the greens for our porch border, because the green is going to be the highlight color for our pagoda. Gonna be kicking it off with some beautiful netherwood builds again. I really am grateful for the nether update, because those colors are kind of very extreme and hard to come by, so it is nice to have them for builds like these. Now for the porch, what we're gonna do is, guys, believe it or not, we're gonna be using campfires. And if you know anything about campfires, if you know anything about their crafting recipe, you will know they take 3 logs per campfire. Even though they're half a block, they cost 3 logs. Guys, do you know how much wood we are going through? This is insane. It's like we took the forests of Minecraft and just threw them through a paper shredder, dude. We're just tearing it up. We're gonna create the ring of fire here. Quite beautiful. Ooh, a creeper is sneaking around. One actually has blown up down below. I have to patch up a hole still. I've been putting it off for like 2 weeks. Look, I'm searching for wood probably. I think a lot of the time for this build, I would get in the zone and start building, and then I would just dawn upon the realization of, oh, more wood is required to complete this build. And then I would have to go on yet another journey. Another journey of uprooting the homes of animals. But hey, look at that, guys. 3/4 of the ring of fire is complete. Slowly but surely, thousands of logs right there just for a porch. And we are actually not going to leave it on fire. It is good for preventing home intruders. So if you do want to keep the campfires lit, by all means you can do that. But because of my fear of the whole pagoda getting burned down, as it's made out of wood, and the fact that I like walking without my feet burning, I'm going to actually be extinguishing the ring of fire. So oh yeah. I do like the campfires though, just because they look really unique. Like the cross sections of the wood log stacking. It's a very nice block. Okay, keep on extinguishing the ring of fire. Good thing I was placing lamps down instead of torches around the build, because otherwise, woof, I'm kind of making a mess, and that would have been a hassle to clean up. Well, we're about to work on the actual structure of the pagoda, so let's get some dark oak, some blue nether tree leaves, and some regular oak for the main structure prepared. We're gonna start off by bordering the corners with dark oak, going 8 high, and then we make a cube of dark oak for the perimeter, and then we alternate between regular oak and the blue nether leaves. And after we alternate between those, we'll finish off that beautiful pattern with another dark oak, and that'll be the pattern that we create. And yeah, it looks really good with the colors, and the blue running up the middle is a very distinct feature of the build. We left the 6 block high empty and we filled it all with spruce stairs. And that's what is kind of detailing it and contrasting it for the log sections running vertically up. Now we're bordering off each dark oak section with another log, and then we're going to put a lamp underneath to illuminate the builds. Now we're going to border all of this with trapdoors and spruce slabs. It's looking quite nice so far. We've got a really good foundation to the pagoda, and I'm liking the color scheme I've picked out. Okay, so we're going to do another fence post perimeter as we did at the beginning, and then we're going to build up 3 dark oaks. We're going to go around with the perimeter, and then we're going to extend it out 3 at each corner. And this is what we're going to be using for the foundation of our roof. So, okay, so we build out from the middle with our blue planks, and then we're going to do blue stairs extending in each direction, and that's going to create the undertone to the roof. Then we're going to line the perimeter of the blue stairs with redstone lamps, light them all up with the switch and redstone, and then perimeter it off with slabs and spruce trapdoors. And then for the upper alternating ends, we'll do dark slabs. And then we're going to top it all off with some more dark oak. That's going to create what lights up the bottom of our roof. And then we're going to build what we're going to build up to for the top of our roof and the start of the next floor, which is going to be a 2 block high oak square. That's going to be the start of the foundation of the next level, and then what we build our roof up to. Then we'll just alternate from lower to higher dark slabs, the higher end starting at the corner, and then we'll build it down to the ridge line that we've created so far. Yeah, this gives the build that very distinct horizontal feel to the roofing structures. And we're going to go down to the corner and build up with some fence posts and barrels, and then cover it and connect it all up with some more spruce and dark slabs until it looks nice. Oh, we got some friends saying what's up, checking out our loot. And checking out the first level of the pagoda. Some honeybee wings. That's pretty cool. Alright, well this is what the roof looks like once we border it all off with the spruce slabs and trapdoors and build it up to the corner. And then we work on the second story and we just kind of repeat the process over and over. Got some lamps illuminating the corners of it. And for this level, I'm actually going to do a little different design and have some redstone lamps kind of border off the midsections of our sides. Just because I'm going to have this be like an alchemist potion brewing room. It's going to look a little bit different. We're going to have some extra lights for this side of the build. It's going to look pretty nice. And here we go. We've got our lights in place. We just got to light them up. And then let's get our fence perimeter in place again so we can start working on the next level of the roof. Okay, let's see. Got to add the 6 level stairs for the spruce for some more detailing to the side there. And I've also got to add the lamps and the fence posts for the dark oak posts. There we go. Nice. Okay. We're going to repeat these steps like 4 times, 5 times. We're going to create 5 different levels. Oh, the cameraman! Oh no. Alright, there we go. We've got our alchemy room all lit up now. And we can start to work on our roof here in a second. Gonna change up what lights are on, see if I like any different patterns. And that's looking pretty nice so far. I'm thinking for the first level, I'll do just like a hello, welcome to the Pagoda, just like an entry level room. Second level will be like a potion brewing. Third level, upgrade area, smelting area. Fourth level, anti-poverty room. We'll have like extra armor sets. Then like the sixth level will be like a bedroom with a dog and like a bed and stuff like that. So it's kind of what I'm thinking for the different levels so far as we keep on building it up. We've repeated those steps 4 times. Now we're on the last level of the pagoda. It's looking really good, really tall. Now we've got to work on the roof. So you build up from each corner with oak logs and then connect them with the blue spruce and dark oak stairs at each corner until you get to the top, and then you build a Tesla coil out of gold and iron slabs, but it's hardstone. But I'm actually going to switch the hardstone out for copper. I'll show you guys what it looks like when I switch it here in a second. You do 2 anvils and then a little beam of stone and netherwood, and then an end rod to light up the top of it. And that's going to complete the top of our pagoda and give it a really nice Tesla coil so we can summon the energy from the gods of Heim into our builds, into our lives, into our food, into our rooms, into our beings. So the Tesla coil is very important. Okay, guys. Just gonna do a few little editor's notes to this beautiful pagoda over in the lighthouse here, because I needed to get some chests and some hoppers, so let's get our way back to the Japanese town. But it does look cool to observe things from different perspectives. But, alright, on our way there, I changed out the iron and I switched it with copper for the roof. So it's yellow and like orange and it's oxidizing in the middle. Then I have the ends wax so they can't oxidize. So we'll kind of see what happens if I get a layered pattern. And then another thing that I wanted to show you guys that is important. Oh no, I'm gonna miss it. Oh, I missed it, I knew it. Alright, well. What is important for lighting up this build, and it looks really cool too, it's called abstract art. So you go and you get your scaffolding ready, get your hoppers, and then here we go. We're going to build up a little bit, and you put a hopper on the corner. So, where's the corner? Right here. And then, shift click, boom. That's how you light up your corners. That's what you're gonna do for detailing. So let's go and do it over here. See, right here, boop, shift click. And we do that on every single story. That is how we have lit up the corners. Everybody, thank you so much for tuning in to see how this beautiful Japanese pagoda was created. If you are liking the build and liking the direction of Heim, then, let me know down below. And subscribe and like the video, because Heim is only going to continue to grow, guys. What in the heck? What in the heck? Where did I even die?